Welcome to the Breakfast Club. It's December the 11th, 2024. And this is ThetaWaveTrader. Good morning, good morning. Right on CPI release. Check this out. Been a bit of a rush up here. I'm looking for 504. So what happens at 504? It's anywhere from 494 to 504. See if we get through that. Good morning. I hope you're all feeling well. Hope you're getting into the holiday spirit. And if it's not your thing, at least you feel the joy and the happiness of the holiday season. All right. Let's have a little. I think this is going to turn into a nice little wick here. Here's 50. Just coming up for 504 right now. I'm going to try. I'll look right here up to 526. $12. Let's see if we can't get a reaction in here somewhere. We drive through the middle of this candle at 524. Look for the highs. Right around there. All right, let's have a look at some of the other ones as well. Let's see if we get a hold there up into 669. I'd like to see that reverse here. They can go as high as 670. If we close above that, then we're going higher. And we're looking for, we'd be looking for a run back up into here. Yeah, we're looking for a run back up to the rejection block and look at half this wick, 72. And then look for a run above here to start getting back into this line here again. Dow Jones. That would be the downside objective today. I think if we get a retracement up from, I'm looking at this box. See if we get a retracement back into this box and then continue going lower. Natural gas, it's good. I want to see it get back into 50% of that range. Let's have a look at what that looks like. We're looking at least 1422, and so pre-market is 1420 already. So 1422. See what kind of reaction we get off that. Let's look for here. $14.22, I think that was. Okay, and then we're looking for looking for what else we got here. Copper came down, give us reaction. I think if we keep right off of here this morning, we've hit off here. I'd like to see that continue coming lower now in copper. I want to see if it actually gets below this low. If we get below these lows, we'll start using them to leverage to get down into 812, 821, somewhere around there. Natural gas, I'd like to see it get back up to 343, 341, somewhere around there. And gold, we'll get to in a sec. Let's have a look here. I've got a buy order in. Well, it's triggered my buy order, so I'm looking for a long here. Stop loss will be just down in here. I'm going to try wheat out here. The fear is we have not got a body above here that we're going to trade onto yet. I'm going to be a little premature in this. This might roll over on me here, but I'm looking for this to continue taking out these highs here. Now that we've reached this premium array, we haven't come through it though, so it might be a little premature. We start to cut back into this candle. It's mean threshold. I'll close that out before it hits my stop. This one, I wanted to go short on soybeans for some reason. I like this resistance we're finding in here. And we're on the lower half of the box that we're sitting in here, this inversion. So I'd like to see that just roll over here now and continue coming down. I think I've locked in some profits here. Well, no, I'm at 50 bucks. So I'm looking for this to start running down into these lows here. So I'm going to hold that for a while. See if we can't get up in there. Sugar, I'm waiting for sugar to break out of one area here and then look for a potential run back into this weekly new week opening gap. Coffee's done a nice little reversal on us. We're looking for coffee to come back into this level. It didn't come back in that level. It's just continued gapping down. It's taking out this low. Now look for this candle to find support. We've traded below it, came back up inside it. Now you want to see it continue coming lower. So I'd like to see coffee start digging into the fair value gap below us here, this BISI, and into this new daily fair value gap below us as well. Cattle, we're still looking for cattle to take out the highs again. We have relative equal highs here, or pretty much equal highs. Take the buy side, which is sitting right in here now. And we'll see if we can't get some support off this candle to continue going higher. Cocoa sitting inside the daily inversion. I love to see this piece stay open here. So we've just come down to an institutional order flow entry drill, and then I want to see that just keep kicking off and going higher. Lumber, that's our sell side liquidity objective that we're looking for. And the bigs are flat. So I've got a sell limit right up here. That can run all the way up to just over there. I don't want to see that get above. Here. I'll take that out long before it gets there, but that's the limit I'm looking for. Gold. Gold's giving you a nice reversal here. Coming back into that level there. Already up into the premium. We're really between this candle and we got one more little area to reach for up here. I would say somewhere in here. It's my area of interest. We cannot break this candle here though. This small cluster here for gold, you don't want to see it get below here. That's your breaker. That would be a nice little buy right there. one tick below that low. If that goes in, Bitcoin. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to get back up into this level here. Let's see if we get a reaction off that. Oh, I was hoping it would get back down into this candle here so I could take it along there. So I'm closing that up. Put that on last night. Get rid of all that. I was hoping it would get down into this order block here so we could catch a run. And all you got was just the top of it right here. And it ran. So that's already ahead of where I wanted it to go. Now if we get a run back into these two candles, all we've got is a very small, we've already hit the premium level already. So we'd have to aim for up here again. Caught the premium array here. Reverse. Well, if we get a retrace back into 88.19, 88.18, after it's closed, it's got to close below there, come back into this candle. I like to see this portion stay open, start running back down into this daily fair value gap again below you. And Vita finally ran down to its downside we've been looking for. I was hoping yesterday to get down into here, but it looks like today we finally hit it. Now looking for these relative equal lows below you here in Nvidia. That's just one I was looking at. We're back to this little gap here again. I want to see this whole price, this consequent encroachment of this level. I want to see that continue pushing back higher. You do not want to see it close below where it's sitting right now. If we get below this, then we're looking for a run back deeper into here. This is TD Bank. We're looking for it to come back up into here, and then retrace off of here, come lower. Gotta get a structure break below here. Roll Bank's got a long way to come back to. Get to change directions on us here. And oops. I'm expecting to see if this holds price and we roll over and come back down, or if we bust through it, come back and find support, then I'm on the wrong side. We're looking for a run back up into the weekly fair value gap above us. There'd be more upside, which is, like Gary says, more in alignment with seasonal tendencies. These were all good. We just came back into the top of this. We've gapped up above here, traded back down to the high, and we're continuing higher. Archer is still sitting in between these two imbalances. You can't ask for a better place to sit right now, right in the middle. So, mean threshold. I want to see this whole price now. It's wick. And then you look for a reverse situation happening. We have one here. We did run above it again, and now we've run below it. So I want to see this candle get taken. It is. Find support of this candle and continue coming lower. I want to see this next one get taken out right here on a close. Got 6 more minutes to see if this mean threshold holds. The wick's did a little bit of damage. That's that. Let's say hello to some people this morning. See who we have this morning. I do like the potential for this to be a new reverse. I'd like to see it get down into this range a little deeper into the candles that we've just created. I don't want this to turn into a little bull flag. If we start trading through this fair value gap here and into this order block, then we're going to go higher again. Good morning, Hadi. Noahs, good morning. Russell, good day, good day. Mags, Dal, Bappy, good morning. So you've got this one that wants to go shorter, and you got this one that wants to go longer. They're literally overlapping each other. So far, you're 51% more likely to go lower. And we've already started running through this already. So you're looking for a fill. That's your wiggle room. And then if you start getting into this candle's wick, not a good sign, because now we're starting to get above. We've got the reverse taking out this low and then looking for that candle there. Get taken to the upside. So you're just hoping this is just a fill of that fair value gap and it just rolls over and comes back down again. So we don't have a body trade above this level. We're so far so good. Quick Solutions, good morning. We have a body traded above this level right here. So we're looking for some support off of here. Got a full fill. That's your wiggle room. That's the room you got to give it to come back and fill. Not a good sign if it fills. I want to see it pop through here now and continue going higher. Mean threshold is what's hitting here now. We're going to see if we can get support off this level. Think what Michael calls the reaper. So when you trade through it, above through it, and come back down to it again, he calls that a reaper. Good morning, Sandra. What part of the world are you from, Sandra? Hola. I'm imagining that's from Mexico or Spain, perhaps. We have PhD sitting right above previous day's high, sitting right above us at 603. We got a couple of PD rays to hit before that, though. You got the rejection block. Then you got to take that wick, split it into quarters, and look for any sensitivity there. Weakness would be the first 25% when we see a rollover with a reversal in the first 25%. So I'm looking for that level next, then 25%, 50, and then see how we get, what kind of drive we get through at 50% for the run for the high. The draw on liquidity is obviously this new week opening gap right above us. I'm not saying you're wrong, Sandra, by any stretch. I'm just saying there's a couple of other PD arrays. If you kind of train yourself to look for each individual PD array first, if it doesn't hit your objective, you go, oh, why didn't it get that? Why didn't it take the high out? Look at each PD array on the way up first and see if it continues to validate it. That way you support a level that, for me, you support that level instead of just putting a buy side liquidity hunt up there, which obviously you want to aim for it. But for me, you have to find all those supports along the way to continue to reach for that objective. Down in LA, how's LA today? Is it nice and warm down there? Probably cold because it's still dark there. I like that. We find some support off this candle here now. See, that's just, I want to see that really start to accelerate here. Get back into yesterday's initial presentation. All right. So I'm looking for, now we're just hitting that rejection block at 547. There's 547. Okay, so we've hit the rejection. I'm moving my stop loss into profit here. I got long off of this candle here. I like Sandra's idea, going for the high. See if we can get this 25%. So if we take this right here, and we go look for some sensitivity there. See if we just drive right through it. So 61. Dry as hell, no rain since before sun. Oh yeah, desert like hot days, cold nights. We're parched. I know your incoming president wants our water. He wants to dampen your forests with some of our water. Good morning, Abs. Well, I hope you guys get some rain soon. You guys get some brutal forest fires down there. I hope you guys remain safe. Is there snow in Alberta already? Oh, there's a ton of snow out there. We've had a couple of, I'm just moving my stop losses in here. We had a huge dump of snow the other day. We're looking for when we get these Chinooks come up, which is just this warm air current coming from the south, probably from California, where it's all nice and dry, and it literally just like a big band of, you see a straight band of clouds. You see the mountains right there, a straight band of cloud, clear sky, and all cloud above us, and it's hot air. So we go from minus 12 degrees or something like that, and then all of a sudden it's up to +6, and everything's melting, which is kind of nice. But man, you want to see some dirt in your cars, see your cars get mucky. It'd be insane. So if you've managed to catch this long right here, you want to protect your trade. Anytime we get close to these little levels here, you don't leave it down too low. That ends up turning into a wick and you give back all your profits. not a fun place to be, giving back all your profits. All right, running for this buy side liquidity. Look at Sandra, calling it like a demon over here. Good for you. Buy side liquidity. 50%. We've gone through 25. Watch the 50%. So 576. We're into yesterday's initial presentation. So this is what we're talking about here this morning, where we saw this. It gave us all our classic signs for reversal. We saw it break through here. And then it did not give us a retracement back into here. See that? It ran through it. Well, to the mean threshold of this candle. Rolled over. We see another one created going higher here. Usually you want to see this tap this and give some drive back down, not this wandering back up. So when it came in here like this, tap this, and just started building a few more candles and then started climbing higher again, I'm like, yeah, I don't like that idea at all. Right here is where you want to see that tap the outside. Then you see it close above, and we're already talking about it going higher the moment it closed above that. So if you got a stop loss there, you get out of your trade. Your ideal entry is there for short. So if you come all the way back up in there, you go, okay, now I'm going to go short. It closed above me. I'm on the wrong side of this. It's going to go higher. Wait for it to come down. Takes your trade out at break even, and then you can get long. Once it gets above that candle, you get your confirmation. Trades above it, comes back, gives you an opportunity to get on long, and that's where we got long there. Because I was trying to go short here, and I got taken out. As soon as it started coming back there, I closed out, taking a loss because I got in down to 15. I was down here off this candle. As soon as it traded back to this, it's like, oh, I'll go long, short on that. Then it started coming back through. I was like, no, I'm on the wrong side. So I just got back in sync with it here, and you make back whatever you lost here. No, I don't want to give back anything here. This candle's got a hold price now. See this fair value gap forming in here. So if we get a drop below this initial presentation again and come back into this candle, we might be running back deeper into here. So that's why I'm keeping an eye on that from a 1 minute perspective. We have a big regular trading hour gap. It's open. Is as far back as you want to see that touch. I don't want to see it run through the mean threshold here as well. So we're just kind of looking for this level at 55, 6, 7. We've got the squabblers happening right now. So I'm expecting 9, 10, this to be a turn here. One of these guys to create a turn. Then you got 11, 12. I want to see going higher. We're going out to a dinner theater. Not really a dinner theater. It's going to be more like breakfast dinner, where all the oldies go. We all hang out. Now we've joined the retirement group, so we're going to go to celebrations for a buffet. You got to get your elbows out at the buffet when you got some elderly people in there. They can be quite aggressive at the buffet, so you got to get your elbows in there and wrestle for some spare ribs, I think. So we're going to go see a celebrations dinner theater at breakfast time. So we're heading out this morning at 9:30. So in a couple of hours, we're heading out for our little morning buffet dinner theater or breakfast theater. in Calgary. So it'll be an interesting time. We went to the Philharmonic Orchestra the other night. It was actually quite nice. I love real good professional musicians, and it's always a joy to watch those people play. They're quite genius with their, you listen to all these real complicated notes they got to play, and they just play it like they own it. I love it. And then it was with Chantal Kreviazek. She was a singer from, she's the one that sang that, Leaving on the Jet Plane, if you've ever heard that one. Oh, Bob Denver's old tune. Anyway, she was backed by the Philharmonic Orchestra there in Calgary. Quite impressive. So that was a nice night out. Morning, Sir Derek. How are you doing, my friend? RS, good morning. Yeah, we have dry dirt here, and you seem to have the wet one. I appreciate the sun, though. Yeah, I bet I would too. Trail the stop for profit. Such a good run. We hit the PDA. So see how we hit that 50% mark, and we're getting some bopping around here. I'm just kind of hoping it just sits here for a little bit, takes a breath, and then takes a run on that high. It's how far down are you willing to come before running up for that high. So I'm just recouped all the loss that I took trying to come short off of here. It's okay. Sometimes you're on the wrong side of it. So if you are on the wrong side of it, you'll know you're on the wrong side of it right here. So you can either catch it long there, or you just wait for the structure break to happen. So we've broke again to the upside. You come back, give yourself an opportunity to say, now I'm going to go long. And I'm aiming for Sandra's idea of this old high here, provided we run through our typical quadrants. And that's the area. And so I'm kind of chasing it up here now. And I want to make sure that if this does hold, that it doesn't snap back against me real quick and then eat up all the profits inside this nice little tasty leg here. And we want to see this order block hold price and go higher. Remember, I wanted to see that body, the open hit. Look at that right there. That's the open. Hit nicely. Now you want to see this continue pushing, push, push, push. And now we've got a small little a swing push, or a swing projection here. Not a swing projection. Yeah. One of these extension, Fibby extension tools here. Swing projections. So 2 will put us here. 2.5 put us at 95, 93. 4 will put us at 608. That puts us right on top of that, taking out that high as a 4 banger. So we'll see if this gets us to here, 408, which takes out that high. We got to get above that high, though, for this to be something you're excited about. Just missed that nice run, hit 577, which I have marked as 0.75 on the premium daily wick. You can get in now, Ollie, once we clear the PDA. The previous days. You're paying a premium, don't forget. Paying a big premium here. So if you're in off this kind of thing, you don't want it to get below that candle. So it's like a risk low. You want to be above here. Climb above that, and then you're looking for a 2, 2.5, and a 4 if we're still running for this old high here. So now my logic says I don't want to see this get below this level at all now. I want to see it just continue to accelerate. So now my stop loss is 1 tick below this mean threshold here. You can't get in now all at once. Or you can get in now, same here. ES is just hanging out on top of the high. I've been backtesting macros. My long entry, one mark on the chart starts in macro 2. Look for the purge below the macro. Open the key. Turn the PDA version. Oh yeah, I'm chasing price, especially the market open at 15 minutes. Yeah. I'm going to show you guys something here that's if you just did this every hour, if your strategy was this every hour, you take what we do every morning, right? We look for these inversions and stuff. Do this on every hour. Look for this one setup every hour. If you want to trade every hour, so you want to trade a tremendous amount of times in a day, like 12 times in a day or 8 times in a day, always look at 50, at the 50 minute, that 50 minute macro. Look for a purge below a low. Look for this reversal to happen. So or just look for a macro, the macro to start, and look for this, even if it's a few minutes behind or a few minutes after, look for a reversal pattern, trades above, comes back inside. There's your macro beginning here. And now we've got a run up. Go back to every hour, research that, and look for our objective starting. Here's the 57.50 hour. Look for this guy back here. It returns back into that level, hits it, and then the next macro begins. Look for the next one at 6.50. See what we can find at 6.50. 6.50, it starts here. There's a small, nope, there's nothing there. Nothing. Just continuation. Look at 5.50. There you go. There's your fair value gap here. Trade back into it right there. So here's your 6.48, 49, 50. Trade back into an old high. And away you go. You're off to that one. And look at 5. Do we get to go back in further? Yeah. Let's look at 4.50. Here's 4.49, 4.50 right here. You trade back into it, go higher, take out the high. Small, but we're looking at Asian range over there, right? Isn't that the Asian range? No, that's London. 3.50, 49, 50. Little tiny imbalance right there. Boop, tops it, bang, hits it, and then you start your run. Same thing. Every hour, do the same thing. Here's 2.50. 2.49, 48, 50. There. You got this reverse here. You trade below it. Boop. Tap it. Run down into 50% of the range. Back into this one. So premium to discount. You just catch the edge of the discount right here. And then as soon as you see it clear that high, and then those two order blocks, trade back into them, and you continue going higher. Every 50 minutes or hour, look for the 50 to start, and that's a trade setup for you. And just using what we do every morning. Doing exactly what we do every morning. Looking for those specific setups there. So far we're in sync for running for there. So 608 is our upside objective there. Does that make sense to you guys? You know, if the macro is a consistent thing that happens every hour, look for that one setup every hour. And then as soon as the setup happens, take it, set your objective, and it may be a short one, especially in the Asian range or in a low liquidity runs. But set it up, go away, come back, set your alarm clock on your phone, come back at 45 minutes after the hour and wait for the next 5 minutes for a setup. If you see it, take it. If you don't, set your alarm, come back the next hour. So you got some time. You're not staring at the charts all day long. I just did that. Every hour I say, okay, honey, I'm just going to go check, see if I can make some money this hour. Does that not sound cool to you or what? I have a feeling market is going to retrace back to yesterday's previous fair value gap. I'll look for an entry then. Good idea, Dal. Yep, absolutely. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for that. I'll try and set my alarm clock. I got my alarms usually set around, because it's on time in a bottle. It's the 50 number anyway, so it aligns up nicely for the time in a bottle. Where's my alarm here? Yeah, I've got one at 7:49, 49. I got 1 minute before the macro every morning. So I'll set these up. I set my alarms on my phone. I have alarms for all my time in the bottles to kick off. This one was there's 1.5. Or a 0.5, I would imagine that would be. Then a 1, then a 2, then a 3, and a 4 would be up here. I know usually you count these as 1 above here. Not, this wouldn't be 1.5, because that comes from here. If that's the range, you want to add that on top of itself. That would be a 1, a 2, a 3. So when it says 4 up here, that means 3, and the 4 could be up one more step above that yet. So if we clear this high here, my stop's going to move to here, because I don't want to see this get whoa, did not quite hit that yet. That's why you don't want to run in a little too early, prematurely. Helps a quick snap down. So wait for that high to get taken first. I'll move my stop loss to bottom of here. And I'll let it sit right there now and let that run. That mean threshold scares me. The potential is it could come down to tap that. It'd still be in play for a long. So I might be hugging it a little too tight here. Yes, thanks for the info. As you know, we've been studying first hour candles. Oh yeah, I was listening to Michael yesterday. I went back over and thought, I want to hear his analysis on what I was analyzing yesterday, because he left a lot of audio clips in there, and I listened to his audio clips, and he did mention about this. Yeah, didn't do anything there this morning. I'm not going to say what he mentioned, because I remember him saying that you don't get this stuff. Twitter doesn't get this stuff, so I'm not going to give away stuff he doesn't want me to give away. I'll let him share that. If he thinks he wants to share it, then let him do that. I'm not going to betray the guy's trust. So watch this level here. We've now traded above it. Watch that candle right there. I want to see this candle, this little cluster right here. You want to see that whole price now. Look at all these little lovely little dots. Gatekeeping ICT. No, just respecting his wishes. He obviously didn't want to share it on Twitter, otherwise he would have. And I'm not here to. That's a private mentorship that we're in there. And if he shares stuff that's new, that's not for me to give away. That's for him to share it. If he doesn't, then that's the unfortunate thing about you folks that aren't in it. It's not that I'm trying to be elitist. I just respect the guy's wishes. If he wants to share, that's his material. Anything that's mine, hey man, I'll put out there. And I haven't got a lot, but you'll see my interpretation of the market all the time. And it always surprises me. People think that just because he didn't share that one thing that you haven't got enough information right now to just clean house. And I think we've given you more than enough information to make money off of here. So that one little secret is not the linchpin that holds it all together, you know. I move my stop loss to here now. And I want to make sure, because if we take this on the downside, and I haven't got a reversal here yet, so I'm always looking for a potential reversal. So I just want to see it come back into this little cluster of candles here. So technically you could be one tick below this order block cluster here. And you don't want to see it get below that. But I'm here just because there's a fair value gap here. We might come back and revisit. I agree. Some things he shares and never went back to for some reason. Now, Abs is an excellent example of a guy who listens super carefully to ICT and then I spent years studying one thing, not just one thing, but one thing ICT had mentioned in the past and went and focused on that. And literally it bore fruit for him. Because eventually Michael went back to it, talked about it, and everybody does it now. And it's this thing right here. Everybody's doing it. But Abs was studying this years ago because it was in one of those little fleeting conversations that he'd said on Twitter. But because he listened, that's dedication, man. He thought, wow. And he focused on that. And now it's standard play. It's a standard play, but he was doing that thing years ago. So now if it rips through here, we've got a little imbalance here. If we close below this guy, that's why my stop loss did not go one tick below here. I'm sitting just below here. So I don't want to see it close below that. Otherwise, we're running on the lows. So the fact that we're double tapping it, I don't like that. I'm still going to leave it sitting right there. If it takes me out, it takes me out. So thank you for your determination there, Abs. And it's always kind of nice to hear something Michael said, and then it bears fruit, right? Look at that. See how the bodies come down, respect this. Wicks did a little bit of damage back to the mean threshold of this candle, and then finally left again. We did not break that low. How lovely is that? Now I don't want to see it revisit there. Stop loss is still sitting right there. I agree. Some things is the linchpin. He's speaking in code. That's where I find my entries. Yeah, you hear me say that sometimes, saying it's like the key candle that holds this whole thing, this whole structure together. If you lose it, then the whole thing falls, and it just this whole thing falls out of bed, and we start to go lower. So you'll see these like linchpin type of candles. You pull those candles out of there, the whole thing falls. There's there's so much. I'm trying to specialize now in the first fair value gap and macros only. Well, there you go. You've got yourself a little killer setup idea then for your macros. Come on, baby, light my fire. Let's go. Now I'm moving my stop loss up behind here. I'm gonna make sure that's let's go ripping. Let's see if we can get a 4-banger out of this. So I'm going to add one more level to my, and we'll say that's 5, and then we'll go 6. Bang. Oh, let's make that a little nicer color. So if we can get a 4-banger out. Oop, crap. Let's do that again. Where was it that I did it? Was it here to? There. Whilst I'm doing this, it's already, there we go. 618, just hit it right there. So I am going to move all my stops. That's a 4 projection right there. That would make even my friend Derek proud, I think. Catching that little swing projection we talked about here. Right to the button. Lovely, lovely. Now, are we going to explode through this some more? Take that high. Is the highest, yesterday's highest taken. Again, our upside objective is that weekly drawn liquidity above us. Ooh, come on, baby. This is it for the day. This is the golden trade for me. I might be out of here. He's not, there's so much, he has not invented anything new, just renamed some concepts. I personally can't listen to him for more than 5 minutes. Wow, that's too bad, Sandra. It's too bad. If you can't get past his rants and his self-indulgence, you're missing some magic. Sometimes you have to endure some of this harder listening to stuff, but believe me, he's giving you nuggets. You're hurting yourself. I know exactly what you're saying. It's hard to listen to him, but you got to try and completely devoid yourself of that opinions about him and how his approach comes, and listen for those nuggets. Sometimes he will rant and rant and rant. I've seen him, and I think it was September 16th lecture. The last 2 minutes, he gave a nugget there. I'm like, oh my God, how many people bailed because of this huge rant you just gave? And you listened to the very last minute, and 2 minutes before he was finished, he gave this bomber piece of information. I was like, oh man, that isn't, I know, frantically scratching it in my book. And that's after 8 years of listening to this guy. And we used to listen to him in his tinfoil hat days live. Live. He'd go on these little tirades. That's almost me out. I'm out. Right? That's just tapping on me right now. I'm just right behind this candle here. There, I'm out now. I'm out. I'm out in all of them. So there's a slight break in structure here on the 15-second chart. So there was your four banger right on the money. How come that's not changing over? Come on, 15 seconds. It's freezing up on me. Do you see that? Oh, you guys. Trading view. Look at that. I try to go to 15 seconds. These ones are working. That's not. It's not my internet. That 15-second chart. Oh, you buggers. Okay, so imbalance. Right up at our four banger level we're looking for. Now we have a break in structure right here. If we can get back into these candles, I want to see if we roll over here one more time. Start breaking this and this. To me, it's a bigger structure break if we can get down here. Right now, it's just giving me a hint that we may be coming lower. One tick above here, or we could be revisiting this first. We've hit the top of that daily fair value gap again. So if we're rolling over inside here, we've now come to the consequent encroachment. We have a reverse. We've taken out these lows. We come back, give it a tap, and look at for it running up higher. So you're between this one here and this one here right now. That first fair value gap is amazing. Still learning. 50% still is sitting on yesterday's fair value gap. 50% of the opening range. I personally love the rants. I used to be so entertained by them. I used to, when he talk about the end of the, you talk about the sky falling type days, you know, nuclear holocaust and weapons of mass destruction and political figures and unrest. I used to sit there and go, wow, that's a hell of an opinion you got there. So it came down, took me out, and now it's running through this level here. So getting back in sync with it, if it comes back, find support at that. That would be getting in, for me, getting back in sync, which is right there. I don't want to see it come down below this now. So this breaker, I want to see hold price from here to here. I don't want to see that breaker get taken on the downside again. And it did. So we got the revisit of this down here. This order block. We run above it here, come back, find support out of here. Now we can see this climb. This has never been traded above and back to. Traded above but didn't come back to it. Traded above this one, rolled over, took this. So we've got a reversal back inside this range between this one and this one. Finally came back to this one. Now I want to see if this holds and goes higher, because there's a retracement back into this one more than 50%. You pull your fib tool from low to high here. And just look at the retracement. 70% optimum trade entry reversal. Now you want to see if that goes higher. I find some valuable gems in the middle of his rants. Yeah, I think sometimes he does that deliberately, has a big rant and then hides a bit of nugget of information in there. So many good people like you interpreting his teaching so much better. Some of us had to endure. It's almost like a rite of passage. It's like, no, you should all go through the rants like we had to. But you get the unabridged version now of what we think. But then it's still open to our interpretation, right? I'm moving my stop loss into break even now, just because I don't want to take any hits on this. I got caught in that reversal again, and now I'm just going to pay for it off of here, off of that candle there. That was the curiosity piece. I'm like, no, let's just come back into a logical level. Optimum trade entry reversal for continuation. So I got in just over here. And that one is well back there. Lock that in. So now I'm one tick below here. Back into this breaker, we should get, maybe I'll stay just below the breaker there. One tick below the breaker at 16.15. Booyah. That's what you want to see, my friends. That's what you want to see. I'll catch the midnight train to Georgia here. So even though I'm on the wrong side of it, zero stress. You just go, okay, well, I just paid a premium for some new information. No reason to stress out over this, guys. It makes logical sense that it would come back to this order block for me just because we never hit it on the way back to tap it to go up above here. So when you look at this, you think, okay, now I want to see that one break. It does. So you go along there with a stop loss sitting down in here. It runs through you and you go, oh, okay, it's running back to here because it hasn't hit that. And it's a logical place inside this reversal here. Inside this small range, reversed 70% optimum trade entry reversal, back into a logical level, and wait for a reverse here. It goes above it right there. You don't get a tap. Who cares? What about this one? It trades above it. You don't get a tap there. So wait for this order block to hit. You don't get a tap here. And it just continues to rip away on you. So either one of these, if you didn't get in off of this or that, you wouldn't have got a retap here. But you did get institutional order flow entry drill. It's either this candle or the very next candle. You should see a reverse or just come back to the top of the fair value gap. You want to see that stay open for a breakaway. And then propulsion candle, you want to see that hold and continue higher. And now I am looking to move my stops big time here. All right, so Sandra, where are we going next? I like your calls. What's the upside now? 650 fiddlesticks. 650? No, so we're already over that. So I'm probably lagging behind in this conversation. What's the upside? That was me waiting till the very end. Want to go short now. I want to touch the initial first equilibrium most current trading range. Okay, well, we've hit this. We're through the weekly objective. Now, what the hell are we reaching for now? Ah, right here. Now we see if this is going to be the upside objective right there. Inside that box, let's make that the box of interest. Now I'm going to suck that stop loss right up there because I think we could be coming lower. I don't want to do that. I don't want to give that all back. Right up here, premium array, inside this large range. Watch this. You see this? Discount array right there. We're inside it, and then premium array inside this larger, huge range. Once we break this one, that's the range you're going to look for, and we're right up inside that. So we'll see how we act here. If we go above this, we're making another new all-time high, and if we don't, we just tap this. You got to check between these two levels here on a blowout. Take your charts and squeeze them up, see if there's a little gap in there. That could be the next little objective. And then the mean threshold of that candle. If you lose that, we're going for the highs. And I want to see if this holds price here now. If this just hits here and we get our reversal in here, that's what we're looking for now, is our reversal right in this box. And then we could get a beautiful retracement for today back into discount or this old order block here. Ooh, deliciousness, people. It's delicious on a 1 hour chart. Let's see if we get it. All right. Let's rock and roll. Adi's just staring at the charts right now. He's got a little bit of drool running down the side of his mouth. Can't wait to jump in on this one. Now, did that hit a perfect projection? Did I hit a 5-banger up there? Definitely, I want to touch it. Good morning, my man. Good morning, Cody. Morning. Definitely everyone should have to go through them. Sometimes he was like the professor of your class you had to take. I know they had to fit into your schedule that semester. I remember having this teacher in the sociology class I was in. I was taking acting at University of Winnipeg. And I had to take, we called it pre-med. Everything was pre-med. When you're in arts, everything's pre-med. So we took psych and sociology. And I was in a sociology class and we had this guy, he would talk in the most monotone voice and he was just like, and the socioeconomic standing, how it affects the upper class, the middle class, and the lower class, and blah, blah, blah. You're like, oh my God, seriously? And I did so much, my art improved so much in my books back then. It was painful to listen to. So painful. I remember him. I was like, how did this guy get tenure here? This is insane. And for someone like me who couldn't focus anyway, just to listen to somebody drone on like that, he'd fall asleep in his class. I can't stand the guys winning. ICT is weak-minded individual, but I do appreciate the free education. Ooh, that's a bit judgmental. I wouldn't call him weak-minded. Not by any stretch. I wouldn't consider him weak-minded at all. He has very strong opinions, and he's made multimillionaire out of himself and many other people along the way. So it takes a certain skill set that's not weak-minded. Mind you, I guess that's all our interpretation of a weak mind. I wouldn't consider him weak-minded at all. 21,705. Yeah, we've already ran through this box now, so look right here. I'm gonna look right there, see if I can see that. There is a little gap there, little bugger. Look at him. My bad. I should put this guy right here at 695 to 696. Look for 695 to 696. It's okay. I got a lot of juice out of that lemon today. ES just reached into the fair value gap. 1 hour shows it all. Buller, fry. So box to box guy, where are we going, or what's happening? Where is the trade? I just gave it to you right there. We're looking for right here now. So bang, it just hit that level. Now I want to see if we trade through this, find some support at this, then the mean threshold is the line in the sand, and after that we're either reaching for the old highs, blow through those. We're looking for any mark, a level of retracement starting off of here or here. And here's 670, 695 to 696. That's the level right there. So now I want to see if we see a retracement. I want to see a market structure break below here. Key off of here. Give it a tap right there. Into the opening. I'm all right with that too. Mean threshold will be great. And then continue going lower. See if we get this. See if we get a return off of here. If it takes that high, and we're going higher again. Take this candle right here. There is a little tiny imbalance. If you look right here, if I stretch this out, see it right here? Body traded above it. We gave it a little kiss right here. Oh no, we didn't. One should tap it. So you rip through it now. That's why I want to see a market structure break down here. Equal highs, let's wait. Reverse, trade through it, come back to it, look for continuation. Come on down now, let's go. Come on, you got it. Let's see a structure break here. This is looking good. It's got a break there. Don't get suckered into a bear trap. I do like the fact we took this candle here though. Overall, you see, you got that little guy right there. Then you got this guy here. This is what we want to see, a break structure though, not this candle. We could see this run back up into here. You got to include this whole level here to here. No judgment. Thinks he's more opinionated. 1 hour for everybody. Kept no judgment, just preference, my choice. That suits my personality better than ICT himself. Gold. He's not weak-minded. He became a successful trader under all this insults and criticisms. Takes a strong mind. It certainly does. ICT is not just a teacher. He's like the father for me. Strange. Simo, who's your mom? Tanya trades. Hey, Theta. As we move into the macro, can you go over the hourly trade if it sets up? Oh, the 50. Yeah. Good call. So we've got this right here and this right here. It's happening at 50. Here's your 50. We're going into the 50 now. You look for a setup to occur. So we want to look for, if we're looking for a 50 hour for a key level to see if there's a reverse going to start, we look for our setup inside this range here. You want to see a break, and now inside from here to here, you got to be above the 50%. So you want to see it return all the way up to there to get your 50%. And that's inside our box right here. I don't want to see it come back in here. So you've got this little imbalance right here. We may come up and revisit that. That would have taken you out on a stop run. So you're 50. You look for those reversals in that spot off a key level. If that runs to that mean threshold again now, then look to that little level right there. Now let's see if it rips through here. Forget this one now. We're right back into that premium range. So the ideal thing for the 50 would have been this 50 occurring right up in here, catch your reversal, and then see this nice little change run back down. So protect your stop. We want to see this market structure break. We haven't seen it yet. So you have to have a bunch of confluences that come into mind when you're looking at your 50. If you're looking for a small run inside this range, if you're one tick above that high, you're still safe. And you'd run back into this range and you would have had 50, 62%, tracking it all the way back down. There's no imbalance in here. So there's a little tiny imbalance right there, but that's on the BISI side, not the SIBI side. So I don't even have a discount array in here other than the breaker right there that takes out that high. And you trade all the way back into the mean threshold of this candle. Yeah, that would have been a hard one to call on the 50. But you definitely want to see this break this high. We're still going to keep pushing through here now. So 700 and then 704 and then obviously the high. $700, we're just shy of 700 right now by 0.75. We're through this one. It's getting choppy now. 10 o'clock. Take out old highs. Wait for 10:10 to 10:16, 17. Now for the 10 o'clock hour, you'd like to see these highs get taken and then come back in, or mean threshold. So you're looking at time and price now. So the 950 to 1010, that's where your macro is. Equal highs still. Took out lows, reverse, trade back inside it, went higher. cleared that out, went right back down to the discount. So it blew through here to here, blew right through that, right back to the discount array again, then finally cleared it out on the top, came back inside it, popped up. You want to see that accelerate through here, but it didn't. It rolled over and came back down. Now you get into some chop. And if you keep engaging this and getting beating up, then you're just throwing your money away. Wait till you see a cleaner set. We've had some nice clean setup here, pre-market. Then all of a sudden it starts to go to chop. It starts to fall out of our rules. It starts to violate our rules. And when it does, wait for something clean. And if you have to wait a day or two for it to clean up, then wait. You just caught a nice huge run up. We gave you all the valid spots to enter that on the way up. We gave you the swing projections. As in me and my multiple personalities, I gave you all those projections, all those little key points to key off of. And now if it starts to go to shit in here, just wait. It's getting all choppy now. Smart person stays on the sidelines and it just says, I still need this to break on the downside. So you could technically say you're still going higher. So your 1050 or 950 setup just isn't here cleanly anyway. And if you would have attempted it right here, you would have been taken out right there. If your stop loss was sitting right on that level, it came right up, tapped you, took you out, and then you go, all right, it starts to trade back in here and you go, I'm going to wait till that market structure breaks now before I enter into that. Or I wait till I see a nice clean break above here, pop back up, get into this, and you can either get back in sync and you're paying a premium, a super premium, to hopefully run for one more little piece of the pie. Wait for the big reversal, right? So I'd wait for down here. So your 950 is not going so well. It's okay. Wait for 1050. And I'll be here for you for 1050 because I'm going to be here till about 9:30 today, my time, which should bring you to about 11:30. So I'm here for about another hour and a half and then I got to go. Back inside this guy here again. Have a discount down here that hasn't been hit yet fully. Maybe just shy of it there. So if you're looking for these little swing here, traded above it, came back, gave it a little tap right there, run all the way back up into the premium array right there, so small run here. And you see how this is kind of where you get delusions of grandeur. You're looking for these big old runs above these highs. Once that's all we've been focusing on, right? You run here, take your profit. If it closes above it, great. You're inside the range. That's super sniper internal range liquidity hunts, which is what we've been doing the whole time. Comes all the way back into our level here. This one here, not this one. And then pushes higher. Finally clears out this high. Look for a return to the old highs here. So far we haven't had it tap it. Right there. Just shy of it. Now I want to see this clear these highs out here. And then take this whole consolidation. This would be a cam 3 leg that's forming here now. Do you guys see that? Anonymous, if Darren put blonde wig on and some glasses, you might get more subs. Yeah. My handsome days are long gone. They're long behind me. If I had to pick my mom and dad, I would go with Barbie Trades and Justin Weirland. My uncle is Darren. Everyone likes to hear what makes them feel good, but growth only happens when you are uncomfortable. Avoiding challenges limits us. That's true, man. That's so true. There, we come down, tapped it. Now I'm looking for it. Just look for that to push higher now. I'm not touching this now when we're that high in the run. So now there's the new high. We've taken out that high right there at 703, 707. We're making new highs. So there's the pop off of here for another run higher. Yes, Uncle Darren for sure. Maybe, maybe Godfather. That's funny. You gotta listen to me, my boys. I'm telling you, this is the level for you to enter in at. You understand me? You gotta get in here. I'm telling you, this is the level. It's beautiful. We love that kind of thing, you know. Oh, Fat Larry. Fat Larry loves that move, you know. It's a beautiful thing. How's that for the Godfather? What do we got? Pain is good. Something we always learn. Not judging character, it's psychology. Polyjuice, dude, you are so right. It is psychology. And you can see how like this has been like getting into zero stress trades. You haven't seen me stressing out. You look for these little entries, and now I'd be like right into, if I was into that trade, right, where we just gave you right now for a continuation, that I'd be like right up there, break even right now, and just move you into profits a little bit and wait. See if that gives you any more. Like take your stress out. Don't worry about it. Don't cortisol the snot out of yourself. You don't want to live on cortisol. Little hit me up with some cortisol. Everyone is not ready to fight. That is just a personal thing that we work through. I'm loving Darren too, so that says something. Thanks, Polyjuice. That was supposed to be. You want to see us crack down? We have some climbing up too long. Boom. That was worth more likes. I thought you were doing Donald Trump. Exactly. Maybe Trump has been copying the Godfather. So price leg. See this little price leg? I like to look for these little things as well. Right here. 725. Price leg up, price leg up. That one's done. Now you take this price leg to here. Terminus. You want to see this propulsion hold price. You don't want to see it start to rip through here and start to eat through it, because now you got a reversal starting here. If we break this to structure to the downside, we're coming back into this range. So you want to see this hold price and keep pushing higher. Where are we going now? Everest? Yeah, that's the upside. My next upside objective right there, 754. So I always look at this and think, I've been in and out of these trading here now for how many trades have I taken? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trades. I've been in and out of these things 7 times. I've got a nice little return today so far, but had I just left that alone from this morning, at 6:55 this morning, taking that trade. No, that would have been the 6 or 7 o'clock trade. From 7 o'clock on, that'd be crazy profits. So I've got to kind of manage my stop losses a little differently. I just don't like I look at this and I go, I don't want to see all that come all the way back into here. Wait for. So if you see this reverse happening, you say, I'm out. And if I said another reverse, if it does continue on, I'll just pay for the next long. because I got caught a couple of times on the reverse, taking out a level, and I thought, okay, now we've got a potential run lower. In here, we didn't. We want to see this get taken. It didn't. So there was really nothing to key off of here except for here, and it would have taken you out there anyway. So to the moon, Alice, to the moon. 1, 2, 3. Rocket. Got my goals for the day. Not playing this all-time high price action. Darren, have you updated your likes? It shows 17 here. I've got 17 likes. That's it. Some people are hard to please, I tell you. They're just hard to please. Yeah, I've got 3 on mine. I haven't updated it yet. Have you guys seen this pots and pans commercial that keeps popping up all the time? Like Forever Chemicals? It's like, really? It's like every time I go on somebody else's channel, all I see is this pots and pans guy talking about Forever Chemicals in your pots and pans. Like they must have bought a huge ad package. Yeah, I got 20 likes. 42 people, 20 likes. Come on. Half you? More than half don't like what we're doing here today? Come on. Seriously? Some people are hard to please. Got my goals for the day. Darren, have you updated your likes? Hindsight is pain we learn from if it doesn't make you heave. Polyjuice. You're 18, Polyjuice? Tell me you're 18 years old. Seriously? Are you 18? What are your thoughts on YM? Trading with James. On YM. Oh my God, look at that. That's my box I was looking for this morning. Hit it beautifully right off my watch here level. Oh, I should have been... I put this out here this morning as a box to trade back into, and right off that watch me or watch here level, it hit it, and now we're going lower. So look for here. Trading for James, with James, by James. Right here. That's where I'm aiming for. Where's our gold gone? Finally, the gap. Yes, we're right on top of that. Look at that baby right there. Now I want to see that keep climbing higher. Get up in here. I like this level right there now. I'm looking for the blue line. And if we can get on top of the blue line, then I'm looking for the next line, and then looking for a senior box up here for Craig, if Craig is here. I don't know if Craig's even here. I haven't seen him commenting for a while. So we're looking for the upside there. That box, $16, Craig, if we can get above there. Natural gas, if we can get above that 342, we're looking for higher prices. Copper, we've hit that level. Now, are we going to roll over and come back down, take out the lows? This box is important now. Becomes a pivotal area. I want to see if that holds here. And we roll over and come down. What do we got here? Oh, we're still flat on there. See all that? I'm up 12 bucks. I want to see that run for these equal highs here now. We haven't got quite above that level. Remember that one we wanted to make a box, but it was so small. It's got to get above 5, 6, 7 on a close, and then continue eating through the mean threshold of that candle. Sugar. Sugar came down, tapped, went above our little high here, so now we're looking for back inside the range. We've come back to that level. They could still roll over and come back down. Cattle, still looking for higher prices in cattle. Lumber, we're still looking for lower prices in lumber. And coffee, we're looking for coffee to continue eating into this daily fair value gap. Oil. Hasn't quite hit my sell side limit order. I'm looking for a reversal in here. In other words, I'm trying to predict the high. Shouldn't try to predict the high, should you? Let's just wait and see. You know what Michael says about predicting highs. Now watch, it'll hit right in that box, turn around and come back down again. So we'll go down to this lower time frame here and look for a reversal in that box. That's what all I'm looking for. So my trade setup is looking for that very thing. That buy limit I was looking for down here for gold to go higher. I saw gold going higher today, and it certainly did. It did not come down to my buy limit, so I'm closing that one out. I wanted what I wanted, didn't come to me. No problemo. Bitcoin, that was the box I was aiming for in Bitcoin. And ta-dang! It hit it. Oops, sorry, I moved the wrong part of the box. That's the upside objective we're looking for in Bitcoin. See how we have a body trading above, a little tippy-tappy. Push through, mean threshold. Look at that mean threshold. Hit it, opened, tapped it, start running. Now look for a fill of the rest of this box here. If we can get above here, I like that. Find some support at that and push higher. Then we're starting to run for a fella up top there. Bitcoin would have been a nice buy. Fun buy today. We've traded above this high, inside this guy again. Trade below, come back into the box. Look at the bodies. Wicks, look at that. Lovely. We have a body trading below here. I want to see a market structure break though. I want to see this. If we're looking to go lower, I don't want to see, this could be another swing projection, right? So we could see this start to project higher. It doesn't feel like it wants to do that. It feels like it wants to go lower. But if we can get back through this box again, and the mean threshold of this candle, I'd like to see that start running these highs out. Next objective is here. And yeah, I want to see it accelerate through here next. If that's our next projection leg higher, that takes out those equal highs there. Nvidia hasn't quite taken the lows yet, but I'm still looking for the lows to go. Veto, I'm not looking at that one. That's that level we wanted to see it hold at. It did. Now I want to see this push through the mean threshold of this candle. It came up and just tapped it. Now I want to see it drive through it. We've hit the edge of this where this price opened once. Now we're hitting into the mean threshold. I like that idea. And I want to see these two candles here. Because we've taken that low, you see this reverse right here. So Craig, if you're looking at this, is Craig still here? I don't know if he's here. But that's the support for silver to go higher. If we can get above here on a close and through that mean threshold. So I want to see this close above, come back in, find support here before taking that on a close and then push higher. Now this is where I want to see this start to poop the bed and drop right down. This has still got a few more potential spots to run back into. Could even come back into this little area here at 76, 77. So a full run back to the top of that candle. I want to see this stronger for me to go lower. If we start rolling over here and start to come back down again, then it's way more heavier. So now then I look at this as the next price leg down. Comes to here and then the next leg down. That'll give me a downside objective for the Toronto Dominion Bank. Archer, what's our little Archer buddies doing? Ooh, he's falling down. coming into that lower volume imbalance. We're just tapping this one here. We're inside this. So you got to get it climbing out of here. Consequent encroachment's a great hold. Start pushing through. We're stuck between those two right now. Archer. We have a reverse occurring. Is it reversing at a level that we're expecting it to reverse at? What was the high? 736. So all the way up here. Took an old high. Let's have a look at that on the hourly and see what we're keyed off of. Is this an all-time high? I think it is, isn't it? Yep. Weekly? Yep, it's an all-time high. Okay, so now we're looking for our little 1-minute reversals. So 15 seconds, we give a reverse, we drop below, a body has got to get below it right here. We trade back into it here, looking for continuation. For me, structure break is I want to see this lower part here get taken on the downside. Then you get more excited about a reversal. I wish I was. I was the 18th. Okay, I see 30 likes. Okay, I haven't renewed it. It says 20 on mine, but yeah, I'm looking for a new week opening gap. Apologies. Have a good day, everyone. Hope I didn't offend. Just sharing my thoughts. Live long and prosper. No worries. I'm out too. Thanks, Darren. You're welcome. What price was your box on YM again? Sorry. Right here. 44,156 to 44,031. All-time highs today. The break in structure body close confirmation. Is really important. The market will T shorts to generate liquidity all day and grind up. ES hasn't moderate. This is moderate in the same way. ES this morning, you have a structure break here on the downside, and then you want to see these candles get taken to the upside. It takes it to the upside. Now, if you can get a return back into this candle, it rips through, and literally, if your stop loss was one tick below the low, you'd be out. If you're sitting down here, you're still safe. Right at 8:30 there and left. So if you just wait for 8:30 to finish, wait 15 minutes, you see a new setup here. See these order blocks forming. You want them to be propulsion candles if you want to go higher, and you want to see this get taken on the downside to go lower. So it takes it on the upside, comes back inside it, continues. Another market structure break to the upside right here, come back, find support at it. You're back in sync with the market again. So from ES, in this, you missed all this. Don't worry about that. Get back in sync when it starts to level out again. And now you would have caught from here to wherever your reversal is. Reversal is right here. Body trades below it. You come back inside it. This trade from here to there is out. That's the lion's share of the trade this morning. You'd be out of the trade right there if you follow that rule. That's just one of many rules you can use for managing your trade. So ES, yeah, it didn't function exactly the same, but it definitely gave you some setup potential. Could you explain your reasoning as to why you think YM will drop? Oh, okay. Why do I think it will drop? I'm just going purely algorithmic. I have no fundamental analysis. I have no fundamental belief in that. I'm just purely looking at how it's working on a 1 hour chart right now. There's no indication that that wants to go higher. And I've got a downside objective sitting right here. Look at your daily. You have a little imbalance right here. The highs are made. A little imbalance. You trade below it right here. So any trade back into this for a short, your stop loss would have to be above the mean threshold of that candle. And you're just back into here. You just come up, give it a bit of a super squeeze here. Then all of a sudden it traded back lower on you. You're looking for a return back into here. It hit it on the lower time frames, that is. We're aiming for here. It hit that level, trade through it, come back, find support at that level. We're looking for continuation. So you're looking for right here, the close of the fair value gap. This last little BISI here. And I know you have to include this, and I know you have to include that piece. I'm just looking at this last up close candle here. If we're looking for that to fill, that's the downside box, the start of the downside box. It's also this imbalance here. So yeah, that tells me I'd like to see it come to here. I wouldn't get bullish for this again until I see something on the lower time frames that support that. You'd have to get above here with support to start pushing back up into that range again. So there's nothing in here that tells me that's bullish yet. Does that make sense, James? Now you go down to a 4-hour chart even. There's the reversal here. High taken, reversal, body trades below it. You trade back all the way inside that reversal right there. Trade lower. You come back into, there's this wick here. You want to see a body get below that wick. Body trades below the wick. Look for the wick as your entrance, and you don't get it there. If you haven't caught it here, the 4 hours, it's still driving down. Hits the level we're looking for, which is the close of this gap, and that fair value gap fill. Comes back up, finds support at this order block. So now we've still got more downside, and I'm looking for this to fill down here. Coming back to that key level. This could be a, remember, see how we say we want to see it. There's no swing here though. Yeah. So looking at this on a 15-second chart, imagine this is a 15-second chart. And we have a reversal right here. We've taken out that low, got a reversal, run above it, come back inside that reversal, cash a long right there. So you catch a long, and you're aiming for this objective right here. From that guy to that guy. Like array to like array. Okay. There's a price imbalance and a price imbalance, volume imbalance type here. You go from here all the way up to there, you're out, you're done. Now, if it trades above that level on a close, you're going to get back in sync with the market, and we want to see it close in above here. And this is a 4-hour chart, no different than a 15-second chart. So it literally, look at the close on that candle, or the open on that candle is 3, 2, 1. The open on this candle, 3, 2, 3. So 2 handles above, comes back, gives it a kiss, boom, off, takes the highs out. So even if you said, oh, look, if it trades above that, it's going to continue going higher. And it does. Literally closes, runs higher. And then you wait for a reversal to form. There's a small little reverse here. Once the high is taken, we have no bodies that trade below it. You see that wicks did the damage? No bodies traded below that. It ran above again, and we have another reversal here. Trades below it right here, then trades back up inside it here, and now you're continuing on the downside. So that's a 4-hour, if you're a 4-hour trader. So that's why I'm saying that this is going lower, James. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. No worries. Sandra, take care. Trading is your downside objective, the new week opening gap. I don't think I have that set for new week opening gap. I haven't set, where's my new week opening gaps? I'll agree with you if I have my new week opening gap. Where the hell is it? I think it's this one here. One set up for life. Say 60. Is that one that has it on there? How come I don't have it in here? New week opening gap. ICT news week opening gap. Let's try this guy right here. He seems to have the most people. All right. Where's this new week opening gap? I can't see it. Is this it here? Oh, it'd have to be more than 12. No. Don't like that one. I don't know if he has that in there or not. Try that one. Well, what am I using over here? I do like this one better. Regular trading hours, EH. That's the one I want. Don't know why it's not inside that one there. It's not in there. I don't know why it's... Sorry, I'm going to probably annoy the crap out of you guys right now. New week opening gap, new day opening gap. Let's just get rid of that first part. No, it's not in there. So no, I have no idea. No, it's not. I'm not aiming for that spot. I'm aiming for here. That's my first objective right now. Or my next objective. So to answer your question about new week opening gap, no. That hasn't been on my agenda. Though those are awesome draws on liquidity. You see how we did not break structure yet? Like this here, we have not broken this significant, what I consider a significant downside. It's a 1 minute chart. And you want to see a decent structure break. This is not a structure break here yet. So you want to see this level get taken. What is this here? Move that level. See, we just came all the way back down into this little imbalance right here. Premium, discount, hit the discount, created a reverse, traded above it, come back, found support at this, body traded above it, come back, found support, running up to the mean threshold of this candle. Now you want to see, we've broken through this upside one here. Now you want to see that push higher. We're not going lower yet. You're still sitting in that little mess. Craig, oh, you are here, Craig. Makes sense. Thank you. You're welcome, James. Mostly watching today, buying some 1 year call WBA. They announced they are in decisions to sell to private equity yesterday. WBA? What's WBA? Warner Brothers? Is that what it is? WBA? Oh, Walgreens. Oh my God. I remember Walgreens. Somebody wanted me to look at Walgreens a while ago. I can't remember what the heck we had in there. Too bad they didn't remember my charts. Traded above here. Watch as we trade through it. Trade through it. Where are we heading back down to? Discount array here, discount array here. Draw those out in your little boxes. Right there. Boom. Hit it. Now you want to see us get through here on a close. So you draw right there. Body trades above it. Right there. See how we close? We open above it. You come in, you tap it. You're on top of it again. Didn't quite tap it here. And then suddenly she launched off. Somebody must have announced that they were selling or buying somebody. That's where you went long there, Greg. Hopefully you went long off this, because right now we could run all the way back down to right here at 919. If it settles out there, all the way back to these relative equal highs here, and leaving a small portion open to keep going higher. So I would not have bought into this hype right now. Pull the fib from high to low, look for 50, 62%, so on and so forth. Look for a discount here if you're going to go long in that. Ed, are you always live for New York AM session? Yes, sir, I am. Just came across this channel today. Ed, we are here every day, my friend, and welcome. Everybody say hi to Ed. Hello, Ed. Welcome. Yes, we are here every day. Morning session, and I usually go till around 10:30, and if my wife's out doing something, I might actually go till lunch hour. Yes, James, I've penciled that in as well, at least the consequent encroachment of that gap. Well done, Sandra. That's the nasty sell-off and grind up I was talking about. Yeah, purple line. If you want the first fair value gap indicator, the one by Josh is best. I'm loyal to Tristan. Sorry. Tristan made our first fair value gap before Michael made this mainstream. We had our little programmer in our channel build that for us. So I'm loyal to his one, so I don't care about anybody else's first value gap one. I'm loyal to the guy, Tristan. Tristan's my man, so I'm sticking with his. It does what I want it to do. Got in long in inversion fair value at 703 when body closed at 50%. 703. You went long at 703. Over here, you came back in here. 703. Nice. So mean threshold, pay yourself there, or move your stop loss, or do what you got to do. Manage your trade. Take care of your trade. Make sure you're safe, because you haven't broken that mean threshold yet. So we could come back and you can rip all the way into this cluster here, which would take you below your entry. I got long. Okay, so for the new week, new day, use the Lux algo one and add it to your chart twice. Set one for new week and one for new day opening gap. Ooh, Luxo, you said? Luxo. Let me see for Mr. Luxo. Mr. Luxo. So we're going new week opening gap. Luxo. Who's this guy? Lux algorithm? This dude? Ah, okay, I just saw it set up there. Do it twice, you said? Set one, he says. Set one. New week opening gap. Let's go with 20 week look back. And new week opening gap. I like my gaps in my weeks have to be in gray. What's this EHPDA? Array. EH. What is EHPD array? What does that stand for? I'll leave it in there anyway, and then I'll go to the next one, which is the daily, and I want to do 40. And I like my days to be in blue. Blue River. Okay. Okay. That's what I. So gray, yes. So our weekly objective, yes. So am I looking for that weekly fair value gap? Yes, I am. Right now I am. The top of it or the bottom of it should line up nicely with the top of my box here. It's interesting how my PD array or my box that I'm looking at here, its consequent encroachment is the event horizon. Isn't that interesting? Between your well, maybe not. I'm so colorblind. I looked at this and oh, this is a gray box. That's a gray box, and this would be perfectly in the middle of those two boxes. So that's your event horizon lined up nicely between these two. But either way, I'm looking for my box. We'll see. We'll see. But thanks for that, James. Appreciate it. Hello, Paulette. It's good to see you, Paulette. Ed, awesome. Hello, Ed. Subscribe. Thank you, Ed. Appreciate your popping in. I appreciate your subscription, my friend. You're welcome. Well, anytime. Simo, hello, Ed. Welcome, Ed. Learn lots. I try PM session. Maybe we're going to go into consolidation. Yeah, I'm not even going to touch this now. This whole pre-market was so much nicer, hey? I like pre-market trading. I have to get up earlier now and do more pre-market with you guys. I'm going to try and get on at 6:30 every morning now instead of the 7 o'clock. Get you here an extra. If I can get here at 8, just after 6, grab my coffee, I can get in with you guys for the 8 o'clock, 8:30 reverse or 8:30 news release and catch some pre-market fun. That would be a good time. Oh, here we are. We're coming up for the 10. We're looking for the new macro, 1050, right? So let's see. Now we're going to look for our setup at 1050. The 1050 macro. Here we go. Keep your eyes on this one. James, is that first fair value gap the indicator on TradingView? Aiming for 20 points on that event horizon. I think this could be the time for the move down. Yes, Derek. Hello, Paulette and Ed. Darren, you are on the regular trading hours. YM. Oh, was on regular trading hours? Let's try a little electronic fun. Oh, So immediate rebalance. This is still considered a break of fair value gap for me. We came back up into the premium array, discount array. We ran through the discount array, right back up into a logical level. Yeah, I'd like to see that continue coming lower. Thanks for letting me know that. New week coming up by Fadi is has both. PH displays event horizons. EHPDA displays event horizons. Okay. Yeah, I know I've got an event horizon on this guy. This new week opening gap, regular trading hours gap by, who's this by? I don't know who that's by, but it does new week opening gaps, new day opening gaps. It shows the text. You can change the color of the text, regular trading hours. It gives you all that stuff as well. And it also gives you an event horizon as well. You can hide the gaps. You can do, that's why I really like this one. That's why I'm surprised it didn't turn up there. But it's got everything in there that I need. I use it as a reverser. I want to close below 1029. You want to close below 1029. This is, don't forget when we get to 11 o'clock, macro begins. That's the sign, baby. The macro is about to begin. Mean threshold is held. Discount. I'd like to see this drop below here. Come back in, find support at this and this order block right here. This little breaker that takes out this high. Doesn't quite take that. So some people might call that a mitigation block, but I like to see the fact that it took that. Either way, I like that as support. Call it what you will. I like to look for this gap here and that order block there to trade a nice displacement candle down, pop back in, give it some love, send her south. Because remember, 11 o'clock, what do we have at 11 o'clock happening? It's a retracement on the run on the day. So if you see 11, run up, take this out, and then start shooting lower. I'm looking for the 11 o'clock retracement. Hey guys, I wish ICT knew we got gaps. It comes with both regular trading hours. I agree, it could be easy to do the pre-market. This is definitely higher price, high resistance price action. In Morocco, 7 a.m. My New York time is 1 a.m. No need to wake up early. Oh, wow. Morocco. I'd love to come to Morocco and check that out. One day we're going to meet up, Simo. You and I are going to meet up, buddy. We're going to have a Moroccan coffee. JVK, new day opening gaps, my fee show separate. Yes, I use Lux indicators too. Equal high. Yeah, it's still high resistance. So you want to see this smooth out, right? I want to see a nice big displacement saying, okay, I'm done mucking about here. We got to get below this low. Take out this low here. Clear this little junk out of here. Come back and find some support. And if it doesn't feel like it's supporting you, wait for that little order block and a fair value gap that forms after this, and then the trade back into the fair value gap to go low. I'm going to make it to Morocco this summer. Oh boy. Our boy will be in Spain. Ooh, Derek. Nice. Morocco's definitely on my call list. My bucket list. It's a beautiful place, man. There's some super rich people there. Lots of luxury play toys there. So we're at 51 now. So you see how we've got this one here to go higher, this one here to go lower, this one here to go higher. You're stuck between these two right now. So I'm just sitting here waiting for one of these two to give way. Oh, that's going to be awesome. This is your son that's in the Navy, right? Of course. Why do you think I'm going there? They have they have called for me. Nice. Come on, nice big displacement. And that good old naval boy, I'm happy. I'm glad you got a chance to see him last. Was it Christmas last year? Was it Christmas already last year? You went out to see him? Has it been that a year already? I remember you when you were having a visit with him, and he was going off on maneuvers. Nice displacement. There you go. We're trade below this level now. A nice trade back into this level. That's your, for me, my 11, my macro would be right in here. January, yes. He was just home for the past week. Yeah, he was in South Pacific for a few months. Now get a body below here. We didn't get a trade back up into that level. So just wait. You could see a fair value gap form here. This next candle comes all the way back up, trades into this level, or we get a bot. We don't see a body trade below here now. 8 seconds, come on down. And if you're chasing this and you had no reason to chase it, you wait for your setup. There's the body traded below. So anywhere inside here now is at an entry. Here, 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 all the way up into this here. You have a little market structure break, body trade below it. You're back inside, but watch right here. We still may visit this area right here. If it's really heavy, it should just take off from here. There's a swing, taking out that low. So you don't want to see it climb above this candle now, right? You just want to see it come back into this little box right here, or into this candle's open. Anywhere inside here would be nice. So you've already got one potential entry there. Yeah, I want to see this heavy as hell just fall right out of here. Don't even come back into here. Just drop down now. Accelerate. "15-second chart. What are we seeing on that? You want to see a market structure break, get below here. All this is just chaff. So you want to get below that range there, and you close below it right here. You come back up, find some support inside here, and it can come all the way back. There's a little tiny imbalance right there. We traded below it right here. We traded back up inside it, traded through, took out the low, extended the low. Now you don't want to see this candle get taken on the upside, so I want to see that roll over and come back down now on a 15-second chart. Now accelerate. Give us some speed now. This is my last trade of the day, so I really want to see it accelerate here now and just book it out of here. I don't want to see this just kind of roll around and then come back up into here. I want to see this really start to get some legs here now. Take these people offside and then not give them an opportunity. Just rip it right through them. Come on, accelerate it. Now let's go. Getting into that 9, 11 o'clock. You should get a retracement on this range that we've created today. This measure of run here. So all the way to 50% of this leg. That would be a nice little run on 8:30. Well, let's just be really conservative here. Let's say we went from 9:30. 9:30 is open here. 50% of that leg would be right here. Keep your eye on that level. We may not be done going through here yet. Can you go over your trade? I missed the entry. Well, you still got a potential entry coming up right now, right here inside this fair value gap. Stop loss 1 pip above here, or 1 tick above that high. So any indication in here is a potential continuation on the downside. Now that we've broken structure here, if it trades above this on a close, then look for this candle, because if we start running above here, then we're running for these equal highs again. And it just caught me again if it closes above there. So that candle close above there and takes out this fair value gap here is the return into it, which is what we've been calling for. We wanted to see this get up inside here and start ripping through. And we said, keep an eye on it. Now, I said I didn't want to see it come all the way back there now. I just want to see it just, if it's not going to come back and tap it, just go. Now, all of a sudden, it's decided to come back, and we're right inside that consequent encroachment of that gap now. Like if I pull the box out here, you'll see it sitting right in the consequent encroachment of that gap. Right there. See how we just hit it? Now, here would be really nice to see this accelerate through here now and start going lower. Does that make sense to you, Dal? We did not close under the order block. We closed under this one here. So first break in market structure here. I wanted to see it get through here for sure, but this is my first indication. So I went in early. I was told you I want that one, but I went in a little early here, thinking I might have caught something. So I'm at a higher risk of getting caught out on a bear trap here if this reverses on me. I've got low leverage on this. The fact that we're coming back and revisiting this again, not good. I'm going to allow that to fill. That fill is this fill. And again, I tell you, I lose my luster for it when it starts to eat into this candle's mean threshold. Then it starts to dig into this, then starts to fill that. I really start to lose my love for it by the time it gets to there. That's it. That's the fill. You don't want it to go any higher than that. So now my stop loss is sitting right here. That comes back and taps me, I'm out. So your perfect entry is like right there. So if you lose it, if it trades through, you come back and taps you, you get back in sync with the market once it hits through that candle. So it just took me out there. Now we look like as soon as we get through that candle's mean threshold and on top of that thing, we're looking for a run up above these highs. So that you just pay a premium to get back in sync with the market. That's all. And Simu said, you should have stuck with your original rule and waited for that to break the market structure down here. That's why you got beat up. You're right, Simu. That's what I should have done. 15 seconds seems going higher. Yeah, it does now. We had a little tiny imbalance here. We took a low. Why don't you show your entries and stops on the chart? Use the tool or paper money, because you'll copy it. I'm not here to give you signals, and I'm telling you, I'm giving you your trades. I'm not going to show you my trades. That's not what we do. That's not the whole purpose of this channel, man. Otherwise, I'm doing trades for you, and then you'll blame me if it doesn't work out. And I'm not taking that on. Forget it. I'll give you the price action. You make your decisions. You make your trades. I'll tell you if I'm in a trade or not in a trade, or I may not say anything. That's up to me. You decide. And I'm not here to impress you. If you can't see that this works, then find someone else. So mean threshold right here. Keep your eye on that level. That's the line in the sand, so to speak, for the resistance. We've got to fill. Bodies have now traded. We're still trading right on that. That's an important level. You can see how the bodies are. That body, I think, opened above that. Here, above it. So yeah, going higher. Yeah. Now watch for this body to get taken. And then look for these equal highs above you. Yeah, like I just told you, I took a loss from here to here. That's where I went short off of here. And then as soon as it retraced back into this candle, I went short there. Stop loss was sitting here. And you know it's going higher. Pay a new dividend, a new piece of information. You just paid to realize you're going in a different direction. And so far it's panned out exactly as we said. If we lose that, it's going to go higher, and it has. And we are going higher looking for these highs. In my mind, we need to fill the 10, 14, 10, 15. Well, here's your 1050. Macro begins here. So you got to reverse here after taking that low. So there's a nice little macro continuation now till 10 o'clock, or sorry, till 11:10. So there's your macro beginning here. I caught me on the short reverse. Now you got a new macro beginning at 1050. Right here, that's where it starts. Creates its swing low, takes out, look for a return back into here. It literally traded above it, opened. Oh, it hasn't come back and tapped it yet. So wait for this to come back and give this a tap. You'd be one tick below that low. We've already taken the highs though. And we're back to this mean threshold. Consolidation. So it would really have to tap this and go and leave. Like with some intention. So watch how it acts off here. It should be just tap it and get out of here. Not just linger and kind of tap it multiple times. That's not good if it just keeps tapping it multiple times. You want to see it with intention now. Get out of here. There. Tapped it. Now you want to see exit. Go north. Otherwise, that high's been taken and we've got a reverse here. So if we lose this on the downside, we've also got this taken and you're coming back into here and this discount array. And was there a smaller one in there? No, just back to here. Get out of there now. Go. Oh, my mind is filled. Oh, come on. All this time I thought you were giving signals. If you can't see all the signals I'm giving you a ton of signals. It's your execution, not my execution that matters. We study here in our signals live, but it's the best for you. I used to watch Tanya for signals, but you don't learn anything. 21,730. Yeah, if you want signals, Tanya Trade gives you signals. 21,730 is the target. 21,730. That's it. You want to see this leave here now with some intention to get above these highs. And then we still have this guy up top here at 21,754. That was that upside leg projection I was looking at. Let's see if that finally pans out. ES is just waffling around here. ES is just waffling around here. Yeah. It's really nice. You can see price action when you see it really giving you clean entries, man, you can just kill this market when you get solid entries. And we've had some nice solid entries this morning. But I tell you, there's some when it goes into this chop, you got to recognize it and stay out of it. You tend to be riding the dopamine rush and think you're going to keep doing it. Then when it goes into chop, it takes you a while for your dopamine to kind of ease off and go, oh, I got slapped around a couple of bits, a couple of times here. So that's exactly what you want to see. Push. Let's go. That's reading price action. That's giving you a signal that you shouldn't be getting signals, but that's reading price action. I thought you were supposed to copy. We were supposed to copy you and make mine and send it to you. Hey, you can always hit the, there's a little tip jar down the bottom there somewhere. I think it's on there. You can actually put $5 in my thing and say, thank you very much. I'm all right with that. No, don't send me your money. But I do take tips. Funny. I got along when it hung around 950, fair value gap entry, 682. So if you caught that macro right there, when it traded above it, and give you a little kiss down into it, I like this, just a little confirmation. You came back in there. That's a nice little run. Takes the highs. Move yourself right into profit now. You should not revisit this candle. So move into profit. Pay yourself above a high. Pay yourself at rejection blocks, which is right where you just hit. And then you're looking for 554. So pay yourself. You're coming into lunch hour now. This shit can turn around on you and come all the way back down to these relative equal lows below you here. You've made this jagged here now. You've created relative equal highs above you, so this turns into a consolidation area. You'll wish you would have paid yourself at that rejection block. I got long when it hung around, okay, 15 minute looks like bull flag. 15 minute does look like a bull flag. Good old retail thinking, hey? This is when both flags would fail. just roll over here and just go blam, and all those retail people think, no, it's a bull flag, it's going higher. Yeah, it just might. Right now, I'd say, yes, bull flag working good. Let it continue going higher. That's my reason to support retail bull flag theory, but just because it's making bull flag does not mean it's going higher. This tells me, yes, I can see a bull flag supporting price, but if I drop below here and get through this on the downside, bull flag starts to fail for me. The idea of the bull flag starts to fail. And if I take out that candle on the downside, we're definitely in a failing bull flag theory. If that makes any sense. I'm loving the macros right now. Got a runner up, aiming for all-time high. Ollie, good for you, buddy. Good for you. Chandra, I haven't seen you for a long time. Can we have 15-second chart on NQ? 15-second chart. There you go. Market structure break to the upside. Or this one, depending on which one you want to consider. Consolidation. You don't get a return back to the consolidation. You get a runaway. You come back, order block. If you want to see it break market structure first. So ignore all this. When you see this cluster of candles right here on a 15 seconds, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4. All of those candles there. When we trade above them on a close right there and trade back into them, there's your long right there. Takes out that high, pay yourself, move your stop loss to break even, comes back into this little candle here. I like to see that one hold. It does, holds, keeps going higher. Otherwise, you have to take the whole cluster here, that whole leg, and I like to just see that last candle as an area of support. Comes back in, finds some support at it, and continues to push higher, looking for 754. Now I'd move my stop loss to here to make sure that you've got that trade that you took off this cluster here, that's well in profit now in your zero stress trade, and you're just paying yourself on the way up. And we've already made a price leg projection of 754 earlier this morning. So if it reaches that, then magic. It's engineering liquidity equal lows. Rishlu, my Russian friend. I haven't seen you in a long time. Rishlu, how you doing, buddy? Good strong Russian friend. Rishlu, how you doing, man? Good for you. I'm glad you're back. Buddy, buckle up. We're driving down. She quickly retraces that. We're not buckling up just yet. There, Chandra. That's me out for the day. Good for you, Ollie. Well done. I'm doing very well. Find me on TradingView, Richelieu. Good morning, my dear. Yeah. Okay. All right, we're going to get ready to go to our show. All right, so again, 754 is the upside projection for today based on that price leg I gave you earlier. Remember when we drew that out? If it reaches it, great. If it doesn't, look for a market structure break. You got to get down below these lows here, and that's a 15-second. Let's go to a 1-minute chart here. You got to break this on the downside. I mean, like, we've got a reverse starting here. Look for this to get back into this range. Look for this box down here for the discount box. And then if we break market structure to the downside, use this box to continue accelerating lower into the rest of the day. Everybody's waiting for this great retracement to happen. It may not happen just yet, and it may. Who knows? Keep your eyes on those reversals and wait for your next macro 1150 and then 1350 to 14 10. 1410 is, just so you know, 1410 is a great end of macro. There seems to be a nice little fair value gap forming in there and a nice reversal. So wait, mark my words, look at 1410. Watch that level. I'm out of here right now. I had a great time. There was a lot of fun with you guys this morning. Hopefully you've cashed in on some profits this morning. We gave you some really good levels this morning, and I hope you got a chance to enjoy that. And if you did, hit the like button and subscribe if you're new to our channel. We're here every morning, and again, it's all for free. We just want you all to succeed, and I'm not here to do trades in front of you and impress you with my trades. I'm here to show price action studies only. So if you're here for a price action study, you're in the right place. I wish you all the best, and tune into our Telegram channel if you want to catch up with us after hours. That's where you'll find Derek, Abs, and the boys. We're all over there chatting in the afternoon sometimes. So again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning, and we'll see if we can catch something on a Thursday reversal. This could be a big up day today, and then Thursday, slammo. I'm looking for a potential Thursday reversal. So, yeah, could be fun tomorrow. Tune in. Invite your friends. Come on down. Get the word out. See you tomorrow. Take care.